Thanks. I'm going to be emceeing and asking these gentlemen a few questions. The first one will be for each of you. Please answer. But Dreamforce Day 3, what is your biggest takeaway for the Commerce Group?
Sure, I guess I can get started. Biggest takeaway. This is really close to it. Biggest takeaway is definitely some of the new GP things that we're going to be getting on the B2B side. So pretty exciting about even just like the product description capability. Little things like that take a tremendous amount of time. So it's not really that important for me, but for our customers. So really excited about that.
Well, my biggest takeaway is that there's more room for B2C during the keynote, but there's some exciting features coming. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Einstein is going to bring to B2C. And we'll have to look at the roadmap pretty soon once these get accepted and publicly available so we can play with them. So hopefully that's going to be soon.
Yeah, I agree. The Einstein One platform seems like it's pretty promising. That's exciting to me. But as a co-founder of the Slack community, I think the biggest thing I'm excited about is the AI summary feature. That's going to be super useful.
Who here loves Slack? Everybody? Thomas, AI and GPT was the talk of the show, and you had a session about ethical AI in commerce. Can you summarize a little bit what you talked about for those who might have missed your session?
Yeah, so the general idea is with AI, it's going to add a lot of features, it's going to make a lot of things easier. And if we're talking about personalization, well, like if you have a product detail page, you have your description, and you would tailor that to the person themselves. That's a great feature, but it comes with a few catches. Like you need to think about their gender, you need to think about maybe disabilities that those people have, their geographical locations, and you do not want to step on anyone's toes with an automatic system. So that's where a few challenges are going to lie. You're going to be able to do conversational personalization, but you need to really think about how you're going to think about that in an ethical way. So that's basically and there's another workshop in the afternoon at 3, free in the Moscow South, the lodges. So if you're interested to learn more about ethical AI and just talk with other people about how to utilize conversational AI in the e-commerce sphere, please attend. There's probably going to be seats available because it's at the end of day 3. But yeah, that's the real thing that you need to think about. It's going to spew out text. You might imagine a few things, and you really need to think about where you're going to place all that, text and images, etc., and make sure that you're thinking about all the things that can happen based on their that person's data.
Thank you. Shane, another theme of the show was around Data Cloud and the announcement that every CRM customer is getting a free license for Data Cloud for 10,000 profiles. When does a brand on Commerce Cloud need to think about Data Cloud instead of CRM as their source of truth for their customers?
Yeah, well, at first I think the announcement is massive because there's a lot of potential between the clouds here. And I almost think of Data Cloud as was starting to become the connector between all the clouds. And you have all these little connectors one-to-one, and those are nice, right? But Data Cloud can start bringing all that information together. So I guess to answer your question about when, it's really going to depend on the customer, but especially since it's free now, Commerce Cloud has a trove of data, right? Like when you went to the page, did you abandon your cart, when you ordered, what you ordered. You're starting to use that for some of your cross-channel marketing events and activities and some service knows what's happening. It's massive, right? So of course you got to get through the initial implementations of Commerce Cloud and start to use some of that. But once you do that, I don't think it makes sense to wait any longer to get into Data Cloud and start using that data, especially since it's free now. So definitely an area of opportunity as we're trying to get free licenses.
Cool, thank you. And Steve, just generally the future of commerce, it looks bright, but what were your takeaways? What are you looking at the horizon?
I agree, it's very exciting and the future is bright. My biggest takeaway is that I think composable is definitely here to stay. It's taken a couple of years here in the US to catch on, but this year it's definitely hitting its stride. And companies like Uniform are doing some really great stuff in place. I'm super excited to see where we can take this.
Nice, thank you. I think the last question, I'd like to ask this of each of you, and then open the floor to the community for questions, just a general network. But we're all commerce trailblazers. We come from backgrounds of developers and architects. We're lucky enough to be leaders at our company. Some career advice for the people out here. How did you progress in your career? What advice do you have for all the trailblazers out there? Let's start with Steve.
So I spent a long time in my career trying to prove myself. I think the thing to remember is you are inherently worthy and you do good work. Put your mind to it. The other thing is, as a developer, I often looked on to like the C-suite and executives as like these people on high or whatever, but they're just human beings too. We're all trying to do our jobs. So start up a conversation. You never know what's going to happen. Don't be afraid to do that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, everyone has their unique capabilities, and you need to put yourself out there. You need to show, yeah, I'm capable of doing this. I can do this better than someone else, but someone else will be able to do something different, better than me. And that's where you need to work together with your colleagues. Like, that's where knowledge sharing between everyone is so important. Take your knowledge and share it with all of the other projects that you're doing with your team, etc. And then you're gonna also prove yourself to them, like, hey, I know something, and that's gonna get noticed. That's how I generally progressed, is because I was continuously learning and sharing that knowledge. And things happen. Basically, I mean, you can. I mean, you can try to force it, but you need to really think about yourself too. Like, don't look at someone 10 years older than you and say, why am I not at that level? Well, they're 10 years further in their career than you are, so that makes sense that they know more than you do. Just take your time. Everyone has their pace of learning and progressing, and it's important that you keep to your pace and you don't burn yourself out trying to step in someone else's gears. So that's an important lesson. Like, don't go too far over your capacity, because then you're going to burn yourself out.
Shane?
Yeah, so I think a similar thread that you're sort of saying, well, speaking for myself, that believe everyone right here, there's something special about us. Right? Like, we're a little closer. It's like really close. They should be up right here. So there's something special about us up here. You know, we've just taken the time to learn and want to give back, right? So a couple of years under your belt in Commerce Cloud, go start a YouTube channel, go write a blog, right? I mean, that's really all it takes to be involved in the community, and that's really what I enjoy, at least in doing this, is being able to give back and help other people kind of on their career and their path towards learning Commerce Cloud or whatever cloud it may be. And lucky or unlucky for us, there's not a ton of material right now on Commerce Cloud, especially B2B, now it keeps evolving. So there's a trove of opportunities to get back to the community and go and spend time on multi-language or multi-country or whatever niche that you're really good at and have implemented on, and put it out there in a blog or a YouTube channel and get it back. So I guess that's my advice, kind of how I got here, is I found a need and I went and did it because I thought someone else would need it eventually, because when I go Google search, there's not a lot out there right now, so that's really what it comes down to.
How about you, Kyle?
I was going to say, Kyle, that's your turn.
Well, thank you. You hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. My advice to people, in your commerce trailblazer career, always be learning, just stay learning. Always be learning new skills. AI is hot right now. Every CEO out there, we all saw the stats in the keynotes. Every CEO out there is concerned about AI. They're looking for experts in their company. Become an AI and commerce expert, and then raise your hands. Raise your hand is a huge part of what's helped me in my career. Whenever a manager or anybody needed help with something, there was a job opening above me, I raised my hand and said I'd like to be considered for it. Learn and raise your hand is my advice. Now, we're done with the Q&A session up here, but we'd love to hear from you. What is interesting to you? Do you have any questions? Any thoughts you want to share? Your experiences from Dreamforce? This is networking, so we'd love to hear from people. I'll be handing the mic around. Please introduce yourself too.
Yeah. My name is Alvaro. I'm
Really close.
Really close.
Our company is support in Brazil. We have several commerce projects going on, and we suffered with a few issues when we migrate from Aura to LWR. and especially from LWR to LWR enhanced. So the question is, how about the next version? It will remain on LWR enhanced, or if you have any kind of platform migration, we have to. One point was very important. We opened a case and the support was amazing. And then we got to solve, but we had some few troubles to migrate from, especially the CMS to CMS enhanced in terms of language, because we use Portuguese, so we need to recreate that. So the question is, how about the next movement to be will be easier than the last one?
So just to reiterate, your question is there going to be something new after LWR Enhance?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not Salesforce, so I can't officially answer that, but I have talked to a lot of the team members, and I know we've all been kind of working on getting a stable version that we can stay on. And I think this last one, especially with LWR Enhanced and some of the things that are happening with this next version of checkout are here to stay for a while. And I've been talking with the product managers about that, so that we don't have to change again. But I think the LWR is fantastic because it gives us a way quicker runtime. And now that we have kind of this last iteration of checkout that's coming out in Winter 24, it'll give us the flexibility to have kind of a really extensive checkout. So there's still material coming out for that in Winter 24. I think it should be coming out this week. And if you have any specific questions about it, I'm happy to answer afterwards. But yeah, we should get a stable version now and kind of have it for the next couple of releases. What I'm hearing.
Just wanted to add one more. But maybe Steve's going to say.
Yeah, I was going to say something. I was speaking with someone from product with the platform side yesterday, and I think something we're going to see in the next 2-ish years is a trend towards getting LWR runtime to a B2C scale level. Right now, it's not quite there, but that's another big change that will probably be coming in the next 2 years.
The other item I wanted to mention, and I don't want to scope creep your project too much, headless commerce is always an option. So you want something, one of the things about headless or composable, they claim it's future-proof because you can use an open source front end. PWA kit will be coming, we've heard, sometime maybe next year, the year after as well. So you can think about headless if you want to not have to worry about what's coming next from a lightning perspective on the front end.
You can use managed runtime with Express and call any APIs you want.
Options out there.
I have nothing to add on.
Good morning. This is Sri, IT director for a chemical company from the Northeast, United States. We have a global presence in 120 countries, and now we want to go on to Salesforce Commerce Cloud for e-commerce. So my question is, we have like around 18 countries with 18 languages. So is it good to have a site for each country, or just a common site with a drop down, like go to France, Germany, Switzerland, like that, or build a separate site for each country? I'm just looking for a recommendation or an advice from you guys.
I wrote a blog post on this topic actually a couple of years ago, so I have a lot of thoughts about this. That's one option, is a single site per country, but generally my recommendation is to consider your business, to look at your business and how you want to operate. So it might make sense based on your merchandising team, your operational team, and where you're fulfilling products as well. There are a lot of factors at play there. That you might have some multi-country sites. Salesforce Commerce Cloud can support one site or one store on the B2B side for multiple countries, or you can have them distinct. And really, it's about how you want to operate in your business. But we can share details, and I can share that blog post as another material there on.
Typical architect and engineer answer: it depends.
How much will that cost? It depends.
It'll depend on a lot of factors, and also think about the legal part. Of course, if your company is one legal entity or multiple, that's also going to be a defining factor. So again, it depends on a lot of different factors, not just how you're operating commerce, but also what the structure of your company is to define. Is it going to be separate with separate rules and roles, or can it be just one big flag that we can put it under? So indeed, it depends. And each mode will have its own budget.
Thank you for your question. Any other questions?
Comments?
gonna get close. So my name is Jennifer Robertson, and I work with Motive Technologies, and we just started our B2B commerce implementation in June. What would be your one piece of advice, or an open, not just to our amazing presenters, for those that are implementing B2B commerce with contracted pricing?
Probably for Shane, it's B2B commerce. He's our commerce and core expert on stage.
When you say contracted pricing, do you mean like quoted pricing ahead of time?
Yeah, so we're going MVP with existing customers, doing amendments and renewals, and we're going to be pulling into commerce their contracted pricing, which is negotiated when they set their new logo. So every person that shops at our store will see pricing dedicated to their contract.
How often do those prices renew?
It depends, either every 1 year or every 3 year. So enterprise 3-year logo, SMB commercial 1-year logo. So price lock for 1 year is 90 days, and for 3 years is 1 year.
I was going to say, it depends. But you have a couple of options. I mean, one of the, I guess, the out-of-box way of handling it would be through like a title policy as a price box, right? It gets a little bit gnarly if you have specific prices per specific customers, because you have a lot of those records. That would be the way to handle it out of the box. If they are really specifically unique to that customer, if there's a way you can group those together into different tiers of your customers, whatever it may be, it's much easier to handle with the entitlements that way. If it's really super custom and like all the record creations are too much to handle, you could go a little bit more no price, pop the entitlements and like do some overrides on the storefront, so really like call that information in as needed. Because one of the new features that's coming out should be in the winter, or the release after, is extensions, which gives you the ability to plug into pricing service. So that'll give you the ability to calculate pricing based on whatever you want, whether that's the code or whether it's the price book on the account, whatever it may be. And that will give you way more accessibility than what we have in the box right now.
No, that's great, thank you. And as always, we always say Salesforce, so easy out of the box. But of course, my company, we're going to customize out of it. So it'll be a price book for each individual customer. So good to know. Thank you.
Does anybody here have an out-of-the-box implementation? That's not
Every customer, every user.
To answer your question, we are going to say thing that we call it CPI, customer pricing information from SAP. Right? We show the products on the site, but when it comes to price, they SAP, and SAP gives the what is the customer contracted price for this particular product. So usually the further we use so API call to SAP and get the price for that particular product and show the price on the screen.
You heard him, yes? We couldn't hear you very well, sorry.
I definitely heard him. So, I would like to walk away from this saying, hopefully I'll be back here next year, and I'll tell you the benefits of using Salesforce contracted pricing. They use SAP, which is amazing, but to integrate Salesforce contracted pricing with B2B commerce.
to see you and come tell us all about it.
I have a question. I know there's a lot of D2C brands that are really looking to go headless, and I attended your session yesterday talking about making sure that D2C brands understand the why of going headless. And as I look around and I look at the commerce campground and I look at some of the stuff downstairs, the general campground, I'm interested to know from each of you if there's a new technology or a new third-party integration. We know Avalara has been around forever, right? But someone like Contentful, someone like Algolia, someone like this that maybe is brand new or that you've thought of or that you've seen, that you recognize that can be really beneficial in a step towards a composable future versus just dropping everything and saying, let's go headless.
Putting us on the spot. I like all of our partners. I think Uniform is here, and I've been really impressed with their product. We built our accelerator using Uniform for personalization and digital experience. That's a pretty powerful one. Like we're rich in Mongolia. I have a lot. So there are a lot of third parties. If you're really interested in Headless, I guess my advice would be see if they're playing both in the Salesforce ecosystem as well as the mock ecosystem, which is kind of the thought leaders in Headless. If they're in both, there's a good chance they're going to move the needle for you in terms of Headless. Thank you. Any other responses? Except for each of us.
From each of us. I would echo the uniform comment, but yeah, it's definitely important to think about how your merchandising teams, content management teams are expecting to do their workload and plan for the organizational change that's going to come from it. Obviously, going Headless means you've got many more systems that are involved in producing that experience for your customers. So maybe investing in unifying those tools on the backside for the business team to make their jobs easier, make adoption a lot easier.
Yeah, I completely agree. You have to also think about organizational changes because if you really go composable, that also means you're going to up the complexity of the project, which is no problem if you're able to handle those complexities. To put on sorry, we went full headless. We started everything with Salesforce, and then you can start seeing if you can change other things out because not every brand, not every project is ready to have 6 systems to combine into. And you really have to think about how we're going to take that challenge and maybe what other channels besides, let's say, PWA, are we going to add into the mix, not now, but maybe also next year and the year after to make sure that you're not building walls in a place that you don't want any walls to be. So composable is great, but again, you need to pick out the correct partners for the now and also for the future, and have the teams ready to manage all of those systems. If you look at Contentful, it's a wonderful product, but you need to manage your content there, and that needs to show on multiple channels. And you need to be able to really get that process inside of your head and have someone who really knows the entire process in and out. So it's great composable, but you need to really prepare the organization and also the technical team for that complexity, because development becomes a lot harder too because you have so many factors to think about. But it's fun. It's great. Yeah.
I'd like to amend the business side. Invest in preview. Your merchandisers and your content managers need to be able to preview what they're building, and we're going to Headless Commerce, we're going to Headless Content. They need to be able to test those things before they go live. So make sure you plan for that.
And that was an exciting announcement actually at Dreamforce I saw in the keynote that the storefront preview is coming to Composable for B2C Composable. That was very exciting. We have just a few minutes left in terms of schedule. I think we can probably hang out here a little bit longer. Any other questions? Amalia. Thank you, Amalia, for helping us get this organized. Thank you, everybody.
I just wanted to ask each of you, since you're up here, are there any calls to action for us to follow you somewhere, to join a community, to anything you want to share? This is your time.
Well, 3 of us are leaders and admins of the unofficial SFCC Slack space. So I would start there. Go to unofficialsfcc.com and sign up.
And the 4th is a wonderful ecosystem.
He's a huge contributor, channel manager, and probably a future admin. You want to be an admin? Sure.
Yay! You saw it here.
We have a couple other admins who need to approve that, but I think everybody will be in favor.
We actually talked about it already. Yeah, we did.
Woo!
And so I'm at K-Money7 on Twitter. It's good, Kyle Montgomery. And then on that Slack space, just reach out anytime with questions. We're happy to answer.
Don't you mean
I've
X?
got 2. So
Don't you mean X?
Oh, on X. Excuse me. On X.
I've got 2. So I've got a YouTube channel called Salesforce Mojo. I love feedback. Right? Because like one of my objectives on that is I'd love to be able to take someone who knows nothing about commerce and lightning and have them be able to implement an entire storefront. That's my goal. And there's gaps there. It's really hard to like go back and watch myself talk for like 5 hours and listen to all my videos. I don't want to do that. So if you guys can help me with that, that'd be fantastic. And then the second one is there's a repo we have called Code for Lightning, and I would love anyone to contribute to that. So if you guys have done Lightning, either B2B or B2C, and you're willing to open source some of it, once you build repo, we'd love that. All you need to do is forward pull request it, and we'll look at it over time. But it's kind of active right now in the Lightning space, so I'd love to add anything you guys have.
Yeah, Nate, last thing for me is plugging my own blog, the Rhino Inquisitor.
Great blog.
Where basically I write down all my thoughts on B2C Commerce Cloud, missing gaps, putting documentation together into guides, and also if you're looking for the B2C data model, the diagram, I made one. So that's also available on my blog. And a lot of other stuff. I've accidentally landed on my own documentation blog. So that started after a year and a half that I forgot that I wrote a blog about something. So there's a lot of content now. I think I released weekly. I have 100 articles now in total, so a lot of stuff to read.
Let's give Thomas and Shane a round of applause.
Yeah.
Great stuff. I think we probably all have done that, where we're like, I have this question. Oh, I answered that Stack Overflow question. Or I wrote that blog. Whoops. I think, as Shane mentioned, there's a ton of opportunity. Thomas is doing great work, but there's so much more that can be done. We host a GitHub organization. You can publish your content there if you want. We accept pull requests. We actually open source all of our documentation about how you should exist in our Slack community, and so we welcome contributions there as well. If you want to follow me, I usually post on LinkedIn. But I think the biggest thing we need, and Salesforce needs it too, they've asked for it, is your contributions to the documentation, to tutorials. They don't have time to do tutorials. They'll do API documentation, but they can't put the time into that right now. So we all need your help.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. Great Dreamforce. Oh, Amalia has one more thing to say.
Okay, I just wanted to say thank you. For those that I don't know, or that don't know me, I am the community leader and community manager at Salesforce for Commerce Cloud, and I would just love, number one, to get a group photo of everybody, and number two, I did bring some Commerce Crew t-shirts that I'm wearing, and would love to give one to each of you. And thank you for all your contributions to the community, especially the four of you. I can't believe this is my job, and I'm so grateful for each of you. And please, always, my door is always open. You can text me, email me, bug me, and I will help you in whatever way I can. So thank you all so much for
Round of applause for Maya.
So the t-shirts are over there, so you can follow me if you haven't gotten a t-shirt yet. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll do the photo first. If y'all can get under the tree, that would be amazing.
Someone climbing into the tree.